Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a quick video, well, I say quick, I haven't started yet, it could be, probably going to be half an hour, but I just wanted to share with you some of my favorite pieces in the collection right now. It can be anything from figures to vehicles, a mask, statues, figures, all that stuff. So everything included. I'm probably going to choose about maybe 5 pieces and just show you what, well, just the ones that I'm really digging right now. You know, it's just an excuse to film Godzilla 30 centimeters. The guy, those of you that know me, this is all just so I can talk about him again. But yeah, we'll choose some other stuff. I'm really digging the Batman there, but don't want to spoil it. But yes, I'm just going to choose some of my favorite bits in the collection, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're having a great October, despite the misery that was Halloween Ends. At least we have hope in the form of this crazy clown here. Can't wait to see Terrifier 2. I think it's like the 24th that comes out to rent on Sky. I've ordered it from Amazon as well, so whatever comes first. But yeah, enjoy the video, folks. Drop a like on it, subscribe, and yes, I need to put the Art the Clown mask back on my mannequin bust here. I'm actually revamping my personal copy, so that's what's going on there. Alright, enjoy the video, folks. So starting off with one of my favorite pieces right now in the collection is this NECA Ultimate Halloween Kills Michael Myers figure. I just think it's perfect. Everything, the mask, the proportions of the body, everything that he came with. And I was looking at it thinking, he came with 2 heads, so I might do a little bit of a wash on one of these. You don't need to though, you really don't. I really love this piece, man. Check out the review I did on it. But I really love this view from the side where you get to see all the burns. It just looks awesome. The hair's done really well. It just looks amazing from every angle. Look at that. Still got that red light coming in from the side, which works quite nice with this figure too. But I got mine from Mad About Horror, and they got them. It's such an awesome piece, man. It really is. I wish they did this in the 18-inch scale. They did it with the 2018 version. This would have been just an awesome one to have, but still we got it in this scale and that's fine. But as you can see, it's just perfect. I absolutely love this figure. Beautiful detail all over it. It's James J. Courtney's Myers through and through. I wasn't joking at the beginning when I said that the main reason for filming this video was just an excuse to film this piece again. It's the 30 centimeter X Plus Yuji Sakai Rick version of Shin Godzilla. I just can't explain how much I love this piece, man. It cost a fortune, and one of my buddies on Facebook saw the review, and now he's on eBay deciding whether or not to get one. I really think he should. If you can do it, then definitely do. You will not regret getting this. I just think it's amazing, the level of detail. I was quite tempted to get the 25 centimeter version, which is less detailed but has a slightly different shaped head and more prominent teeth, although the teeth on mine are pretty prominent the way I've got it lit. I should mention, folks, I did repaint the teeth on mine a little bit because they just weren't cutting through when you looked at them, especially from a certain distance. I mean, it's different now because I have made them more obvious, but yeah, I have repainted the teeth. And I know it's absolutely insane because a piece this expensive and then you start repainting things, but I always knew I was never going to sell this once I got it. This is a piece forever, you know. I want to keep it till the day I die. But yeah, repainted the teeth, made them a little bit more prominent. I'm going to give them a bit of a yellow wash at some point, just not rushing things, that's all. But you can see the teeth now from regular viewing distance, and I definitely like that, as opposed to before they were just a little bit subtle. And once I did that, I really didn't need the 25 centimeter version that I was tempted by before, because the teeth on that are quite prominent and really you can't miss them. But on this one, when I looked at it, you know, in person, I was thinking, yeah man, I just wish those teeth cut through a bit more, and now they definitely do. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to give them a bit of a yellow wash. Just started out by just going very carefully with like an off-white colour, and then I'm going to do that more kind of, you know, go from the colour of his toenails really, and just kind of try and copy that. But I don't think I'm going to get the 25cm version, because you don't need it when you got this, and I don't have the space for it. But I definitely was very tempted for a couple of days there, hovering over it on eBay, thinking just do it, and then you'll have an excuse to do a cool comparison video between the 25cm version and this one, because I couldn't really find any definitive video like that on YouTube. So as I'm speaking these words right now, part of my brain is saying, well, that makes sense to me. That's a good reason to get it, you know, to provide the people out there with a definitive comparison between the 30cm X Plus Shin Godzilla and the 25cm in 4K. Maybe I might have to do it. We'll see. But I've shot some different footage in different parts of the house, which I'll be playing over the top of this, just to show you the figure in different lighting. We've got a little red light beaming up at him. Looks pretty cool. But if you have not seen Shin Godzilla, folks, I urge you to do so very soon. It's an amazing movie, and it's definitely more of a realistic take on how it would be, or how things might play out if something like this was to rise up out of the ocean and start walking around on land amongst humanity. And it's just an amazing film with incredible effects. Godzilla looks so real. It's really quite terrifying. It's more of a horror kind of movie as opposed to the other Godzilla films, of a lot of Godzilla fighting other monsters and sometimes being kind of a hero or an anti-hero. In this, it's just a creature that exists, and whether it's through instinct or necessity, it comes out of the ocean and it's going somewhere. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we ever really get to find out where it was going or where it was intending to go. But everything they threw at it didn't make a dent. I mean, it's like molten lava, and his skin's like not even concrete, because obviously missiles and all the massive heavy amounts of firepower they were sending at this thing didn't make a dent. It just didn't even seem to acknowledge it. Barely inconvenienced, just walking through it. So definitely check it out if you haven't seen it, folks. Put it on your priority list. Let me know what you think of it. It's an amazing movie. And the scene with the, atomic breath and all that stuff, you've never seen anything like that before. It's just devastation on an entirely new level. It's got a great soundtrack. Yeah, one of my favorite movies now for sure. And this is definitely one of my favorite pieces in the collection. Probably, right now it's my favorite piece. I mean, I posted on Instagram some pictures saying I literally take it with me when I take it around the house so I can just look at it, wherever I am. I just like to be able to just look at it. It's just, that's what you pay for. You pay for the best, and this is on a whole other level. And Yuji Sakai apparently sculpted this from an exact moment in the movie. But if you look at it from a certain angle, it really does look like the moment, even the position of the tail on the film poster with a white background. And it's kind of, see if I can get the, I might have to zoom in a bit. I don't think I can quite get the angle, but it's kind of like that. It looks very similar to that to me. Oh man, just look at this thing. The detail on the sculpt is insane. And the camera really does, it just doesn't really pick it all up. But look at that. That's my favorite version of Godzilla right there. His nasty claws and the hands facing up, which is the first thing I remember that caught my attention when I saw clips of this before I saw the movie. The way he looked and how slow he moved and the devastation he caused with every step, but seemed just somewhere else, just almost like a god, because the hands just kind of floating up like that just as he walks forward. It was just so creepy and unnerving and new. which is apparently what one of the things Shin means: new, true, God. But this one, because it is the Rick version, it has this kind of glowing effect to the skin, where the standard version doesn't have that, but it's still pretty much just as awesome. But I have to say, this effect on the Rick is something else. It's incredible. But yes, one of my absolute favorite pieces in the collection, folks. So glad to have it. Check out Shin Godzilla. Let me know what you think. Let's move on to another piece. I friggin' love this 1/6 scale Dark Knight figure. It is the armory version of the Dark Knight by Hot Toys, but it has the base from the original 1/6 scale Dark Knight Hot Toys figure, and it has the Medicom head sculpt. So it's not a custom head sculpt, it's the Medicom 1/6 scale Dark Knight figure head. And it just looks insanely good. I absolutely love the way this looks, and I've been really feeling it lately. Just, he ended up in that spot you saw earlier on the shelf, just completely at random, because I was trying to make space for more Godzilla stuff, taking stuff down, and I picked up him, and I just thought I'll put him right in the middle because I want to kind of concentrate on him, because I was just, you know, he caught my eye as soon as I put that head on him, which I've done many times in the past, but it's just stunning to look at the proportions of it. And the way the Medicom cowl lines up with his neck is absolutely dead on, perfect. Yeah, get the camera to focus for you, and you can see it just lines up so well. This Medicom head is in such good proportion to the armory body. And just pan up, and the length of the cape as well, look at that. Perfect to the kind of fight scenes you got in the sewers with Bane. Any longer than that and he would have been tripping over himself constantly in those fights. But it is one of my absolute favorites right now. Can't stop looking at it. Definitely one of my favorite pieces, and it always is. Every time I look at this, I feel very fortunate to have it. Art was still kind of, for most people, under the radar. Terrifier had been out for some time, but that first lockdown happened with COVID. But it's Candlelight Corner who made this, and the reason it's so big is because it was that first lockdown, and she just wanted a project that would keep her busy, I guess. So usually they're like half this size. She does like Pennywise and Chucky and a couple of other clown pieces, but this is a one-of-a-kind, totally unique, amazing custom Art the Clown statue. Slightly kind of caricatured or whatever. He's got a little pot belly, spindly little legs, the most awesome teeth, the eyes, the expression, the little wave with the blood on the hand. I've already reviewed it on the channel, but got the lighting looking pretty nice here. The way the outfit has been sculpted with the wrinkles, the creases, the colour, the lack of colour really, apart from the blood, but it just looks fantastic. The shading, everything. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm so lucky to have it. I think it was a bidding thing on eBay where it was eBay, wasn't it? That's right. And I bidded on it, and I'm lucky that it happened when it did and it wasn't happening now, because since Terrifier 2 has come out, a lot more people are aware and fallen in love with this new slasher icon. I mean, he's really going to blow up now. I'm very, very happy for David Howard Thornton and Damien Leone and everyone involved with Terrifier 2. I haven't even seen it yet, but it's doing so well. It was only supposed to be in just a few cinemas. I think it was like, I don't know how many they started out, but it started just gaining momentum and word of mouth, and everyone was going to see it multiple times, and it's been extended and extended. I just think it's amazing. It's just so cool to see it happen. But anyway, guys, I'll let you know my thoughts on Terrifier 2 once I see it in a few days. But this is one of my absolute favorite pieces in the collection. the H40 from Halloween 2018 Trick or Treat Studios mask that I rehauled myself. It's my personal copy. Absolute prized possession. I love it. So proud of it. And it's constantly one of the most beloved things in this room, or any room. It is my baby. One of my favorite pieces is my almost totally movie accurate Woody, doll mode Woody. It's just one tiny little detail that's not exactly dead on, and that's one of his eyebrows is slightly raised up, but it's such a small detail. When the hat's on, you can't even see it, but you've got new buttons on there, and whatever else I did, you have to go back and check the YouTube video because it was a while back, but I did me some serious Toy Story videos for a little while there. I was doing some stuff where he's doing some work. But there he is. That's my just floppy walk in the room. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah. And we'll finish up here, folks, with one of the single most badass things I own. It's a custom 1/4 scale 1978 original Michael Myers. He's a big figure. He's custom. One of a kind, really, because different work has been done on the head sculpt. The coveralls are custom by Tanila's Customs. The knife is a real sharp, real metal and wood shrunk down Lamson knife by Shadow Fergo. And the body is a Cool Models body, which you can find on eBay. But this is just classic. Absolutely amazing. Now, you know, if you watched my live stream, if you haven't done, check it out. If you want to know my thoughts on Halloween Ends, it was a 3-hour live stream a few days back, so it's on the channel. Check it out. Thanks for those of you that tuned in for that. I'll try and get you another one soon. But you got to think, I think there was like 4 different writers on Halloween Ends. That's way too many people, as far as, for my opinion. I think there's way too many minds trying to collaborate on a story, especially the ending of a trilogy. You got to finish big on a trilogy. You have to, and they really screwed things up. I don't know how many people wrote stuff like, I know James Cameron, someone with such a single, I didn't mean I know James Cameron, I don't know James Cameron, but I was leading on to say someone like James Cameron, have like a single uncompromising vision, making something like Terminator or Terminator 2, and or Aliens. We know, if you are a fan of the film Aliens, you know about the stories when he was here in the UK filming it, and how he can be quite hard to work with because he's so driven to achieve that goal and won't take any shit along the way. And I totally love that. But you got to think about that compared to like what was going on Halloween Ends. Like, you look at a lot of behind the scenes pictures on set, even James G. Courtney himself dancing and stuff and having a good time on set, and that wouldn't be me, man. If I was directing that movie, I'd be like, let's take this fucking shit seriously. This is an iconic character. This is Michael fucking Myers, and this is the last film in the trilogy. We gotta finish right. And it's bullshit in the end. Damn Skippy. But yeah, just 4 different writers. Apparently there was a moment where I literally saw David Gordon Green on some YouTube video where he's being interviewed. Mention her name, but I'm sorry, I'm an idiot and I can't remember. But she was sitting there talking to David Gordon Green, and he said there was a moment where there was like the 4 different writers, and David Gordon Green said, right, I'm going to go here, you go upstairs, you go into the living room, you go into the kitchen, we'll meet back here, and whoever has the best idea, that's what we're going to do. That is fucking crazy, man. Like, to just do it like that, it's amateur hour as far as I'm concerned. I was really happy with 2018 Halloween. I thought it was really good, really good. Now, having what we have, I think they should have just left it at 2018. That would have been a great ending. That kind of ambiguous, did he die in that fire? It didn't look like he did because he was there and he was staring up at them, but then cuts back later on and you just see the place ablaze, but no Michael Myers. So I think that would have been a cool way to end it. Anyway, folks, sorry to get riled up, but I really do care about the character. I know he's a horrific person who does terrible things, but he's like the horror equivalent of Batman. Everyone knows who Michael Myers is, and he deserved better than that. You know it. That was just wrong. All of it. But anyway, folks, sorry for the little rant there. I hope you are having a great October, and I will check in again with you real soon. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at dknight333. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye. Michael Myers is alive. You can't kill the boogeyman.